What's good, everybody? It's your boy Wilder, and we are back with another car video today. We got our project car behind us, the 2006 Dodge Magnum. As you can see, she's dusty. She's been sitting for quite some time, basically all of winter. She's been sitting, so she's dirty, she's dusty, covered in pollen when she has came out. We haven't really drove her much since we put the new throttle body on, but today we're going to be going ahead and changing out the spark plugs. We've had them sitting since the beginning of the winter, so we're going to get them changed. It shouldn't be that hard, you know, famous last words type thing. Should be pretty easy. We'll go ahead and walk you through step by step, maybe a little bit of instructional video on what spark plugs really do for your car. It's just a routine maintenance type thing that we haven't done in a long time on this bad boy since we've owned it, and I do have to do an oil change, so maybe that'll be coming soon as well. Let's go ahead and hop right into this video. Now, the only things you really need for this job, again, it's relatively simple in mind. Now, if you don't do it a while, it can get a little hard because those spark plugs can seize and whatnot, and you don't want to bust one off inside the engine block. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen here today because we haven't done it in a while, but that's why you keep these in mind. We got penetrating oil, no free sponsors, not going to say the brand name, unless you don't want to send me some shit. We do have a 10mm socket, a flathead screwdriver. You don't really need the flathead screwdriver, but it may just help. And then, of course, we also have a ratchet as well. We're going to go ahead and hop right into this, guys. Again, knock on wood, should be relatively easy. There is one more thing that we do need, and that is our beverage of choice.
Nice.
So the first thing we're going to do here, guys, we got to go ahead and get some of these clips removed. We're just going to do one at a time. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this down here. A little bit worrisome, but that's okay. But we got to get these clips removed, and then we got to remove 8 10mm bolts from the coil packs. It's going to be super simple, like I said, fingers crossed. Now, these are a little bit different on a HEMI. You do have 2 spark plugs per cylinder, which we'll get into that in the editing portion of this video where you guys are currently seeing live DIY cane. You guys are going to see the editing or hear the editing cane later when we're going over all the execs. We got to get these clips taken off. They're not too difficult. I'm hoping we can just kind of pop them off, but simple, easy. There is just a clip on one side that you have to press in. This one's probably going to be the largest pain in the ass. Sure, I'm going to try. There we go. Now, getting it off may have been the easy part, to be honest with that one. Again, this is just why we have the flathead screwdriver to pinch this clip that hasn't been off in probably 100,000 miles, because who knows the last time these bad boys were changed. So now that those clips are off, again, we got to do this on both sides. But while I'm taking these bolts out, we're going to go ahead and get right to the next one. Now, there is one thing that I forgot to mention. You do need a spark plug socket, which will be super simple. We'll show you guys that here in a minute. Let's get right to it. Now, I'm not going to show you guys this, me undoing all of these coil packs, but these are, like I said, super simple. And in fact, I need to get a short well 10mm, which I already set up for myself because I'm so smart and I think ahead, and I'm trying to get this done smoothly. So again, these are relatively simple. We're not replacing the coil packs, even though maybe we probably should. But we're going to do one cylinder at a time. That way, if we run into anything, we'll be able to stop in a good spot. I do have to be careful taking these ones out. I do have a washer on them. For some reason I can't grab it. So once you get those 2 undone, these slide out really easy. They're just super simple. They got these rubber boots, so they slide in and out real nice for you. And then you can see here where there's 2 slots, again, 2 spark plugs per cylinder. Now what you want to do before you take the new spark plugs out is always gap your spark plugs. You're going to need one of these little handy dandy guys. It'll be super simple for you guys. Now, the one thing I did want to mention to you guys as well, one of the most important things to do before changing your spark plugs is to make sure before you put the new one in, you grab one of these little guys. It's just a spark plug gapper, super simple. You want to go ahead and Google whatever your spark plug gap is supposed to be on whatever engine may be in your vehicle. This, of course, is the 5.7 HEMI. This is in a multitude of applications for Dodge and Chrysler. So 0.040 and 0.045 between that number and you'll be just fine. So we went ahead and gapped all of them already. We're going to go ahead and get these first 2 out, and we'll see how it goes from here. Now, I don't want y'all to think I lied to you. You do need a couple extensions, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you all that up front. But on me, not you. That's not good. Now you can kind of see it. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but it's definitely time to change them. They are a little warm. I don't know if I was recording when I just dropped it down into the depths of the engine bay, so that was super fun. And now that we got the old ones out, you can see what the new ones look like, which, as you can tell, definitely needed it. So let's go ahead, get these first two in, and we'll be good to go. We'll keep trucking. Now you want to be sure not to over tighten these guys. Doesn't take much, you just kind of want them snug in there. You can already kind of see the tensions right where you want it. Take the ratchet off, slide the socket extension out, and that's one done. On to the next one. Now all we have to do is slide this boot back on. All we gotta do is slide the boot back on, which should be easy. These bend right into place. Put these bolts on first. Now these don't only just thread into place, they also thread straight into the coil. So you are quite literally spinning this bolt 7,000 times just to get it into place. But at least you know it's secure. All right, pop that little clippy back on. Boom. All right, 7 more to go. What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're obviously talking about spark plugs and how to change them. So in this first part of this video, we went ahead and showed you guys exactly how to change a spark plug on a 5.7 HEMI. And at the most basic level, a spark plug's job is simple. It ignites the air and the fuel mixture inside your engine. You've got fuel, air, and compression. Then the spark plug fires at the perfect moment to create a combustion. That little spark is what creates that explosion that pushes your piston down and ultimately powers your car. No spark equals no boom equals no go. Over time, spark plugs wear out. The electrode slowly burns away and the gap changes. When that happens, you might notice either a rough idle, misfires, slow acceleration, even worse gas mileage. Most modern spark plugs typically last between 30 and 100,000 miles depending on the type. And if you're modifying your car, especially adding boost or even tuning, you'll want to check them more often and probably change them more often as well. Now, your spark plugs can actually tell you what's going on inside of your engine. Here's a quick breakdown. A normal plug is supposed to be light tan or even a gray color. Typically means everything's running healthy. Now, if it's black or even sooty, it means there's too much fuel or a weak spark. Oily plug, wet, dark, or greasy, possible oil burning. White or blistered could mean it's running too hot or you even have a vacuum leak. I showed y'all my old plug out of cylinder 1 and it does look a bit oily, but nothing to be concerned about. It has 115,000 miles on it and I'm not exactly straining this vehicle every single day. Now let's hit a quick check-in on DIY Wilder here real quick. Alright boys, we're halfway done. I lost my hat. I didn't, it's over there, but we finished the driver's side. Now we're gonna hop over to the passenger side and, you know, 4 more to go. 4 more cylinders, 8 more spark plugs. Let's get it. Now, I did already mention spark plug gapping. The gap is the distance between the center electrode and the ground electrode. That tiny gap is where the spark jumps. If the gap is too small, you'll get a weak spark. If the gap is too large, the spark struggles to jump, especially under load. More power setups like turbo cars or anything supercharged usually run a tighter gap to prevent spark plug blowout. Stock engines typically have a manufacturer recommended gap, which you can find on most Google searches, and you should always follow that unless you know what you're doing. And again, here are just a couple tips that I've already mentioned in this video. Always try to do it on a cold engine. Do not over tight your spark plugs. Use the correct socket, especially if you have a spark plug socket available, and double check your gap before installing. And at the end of the day, a spark plug is just a cheap, easy maintenance task that you could do in your own home garage. Now let's go back to ours. We gotta replace the last 2 coil packs because remember I had to take that other one out. And hopefully you guys learned something during this. I mean, I don't know what, editing Kane told you, but he knows a thing or two sometimes. Of course, he has all the research done. Alright, that bitch is in there. Pop that socket off. Oh shit. There we go. our Jimmy rig extension. And finally, go back to the fucking toolbox. Gotta get these coil packs back on. Everything tightened up. Now we just gotta see if she starts. It's always a worry, like as a professional, whenever you do something, like hoping that it starts whenever you fucking put it back together. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna keep some more car content coming, whether it be just informational videos or videos like this where, you know, we're just getting out here doing routine maintenance, or maybe some performance mods, who knows. We don't have a ton planned this year, but anyways, guys, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next one.